This has obviously been done as well. Lovely new road all the way around. It's cost a lot of money, but it's desperately needed doing. The potholes were getting ridiculous. So Carp Society have invested in renewing the whole track, so it's a lot safer, a lot easier to get around. Just respect it. It's not tarmac. That would have been stupidly expensive, even 4 or 5 times what we paid to get this laid down. So it's all been scraped, and I think 500-600 ton of planings have been put down and rolled with care. So yeah, it's very, very functional and nice, all ready for when we open up again. I'll just show you another bit about planting. This pond, obviously it's all been documented on our social media and the Carp Society. This was nothing not long ago. It had to be lined, because if you look at the water level here, that's the water level down there. You couldn't just dig a hole here and expect it to fill up, because you're well above the water table. So this needed a liner, which cost money. And grey lags fighting with the Canadas over there, they've all got young. So yeah, there's loads of decent footage of us doing all this. It's very, very good job actually. And it was all lined, and again, not much topsoil on here. We relayed what topsoil we had, and then came and planted it all the way along here. If you look now, bearing in mind 3 weeks ago you couldn't see a plant in here, and then we had 2 weeks of sunny weather, and look at them now. And there's 6 inches of topsoil on top of a liner there, so you don't have to worry too much. We always plant on the water's edge. You don't need to plant up here or out there. You know, the plants we like and the plants we tell people to use, it's only from our personal preference and what we like, and it is based on, you know, you get huge amounts of benefits. This will protect this bank from erosion. The roots are already tied together. You're not going to pull them out now, they're already joined. So it's well worth the effort, you know. People are so hell-bent on what bloody strain of fish they want in their ponds, they miss out on a lot of the important stuff. This weed's in here simply because when we first put the fish in, obviously before Christmas I think it was, the fish don't do anything, they're not feeding, and then those first few weeks it was crystal clear, the fish aren't very active, so then the weed takes hold and grows. But it's not a problem. This will all be gone by, this will be chocolate colour by August, because they've started to spawn in here. Even though it's raining now, it's still quite warm. Water temperature, the air temperature's dropped. So yeah, this has been a great little success story. We've moved on-site fish into this pond, of which we'll be selling a handful. Select few, genuine Carp Society original stock. A lot of people tout that they've got bits and pieces from the Carp Society. This is literally from here, so it's all legit. But yeah, it's really exciting. We've already introduced carp from these stock ponds back into Horseshoe, so that's already paid dividends already. But yeah, none of this is cheap. It all costs money. You know, Carp Society is investing heavily in the future of this place and the society in general, but in the right way. You know, it's moving forward really positively. It's all going well, and we can't wait to show you what's in here at the end of the year. And obviously, you know, at the minute it's still a work in progress. All this has only just been seeded. This other bank around here has just been graded as well. So it's a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of money. None of it's free, none of it's cheap, but if you do it properly and do it once, you set yourself up. It's a great pond, this, and anyone can do it. Like I say, there is no, as long as you've got a water supply, obviously we just pump water from the lake when we need it, but this is a lined pond, so it can all be done, and it's gravel, so it's usually digging, basically scraping the gravel out, making it solid as you can. Then you put a membrane down, put the liner down, put another membrane on it, and then bit topsoil on top of that, and away you go. And the planting is important. I still go to commercial fisheries and they've got plenty of trees all growing, roots in the margins, but no plants. You know, I do bang on about it as much as people trying to sell bloody fish do, but we don't tell people anything that's not true. It's the fact that the benefits of marginal planting are huge. You get a lot out of it. Mate, you know, aesthetics, yes, people will turn up and go, oh, it looks pretty, rather than having just trees draped everywhere, which, you know, believe me, I've got a problem with trees, but on sites like this, you're never going to be short of tree growth and tree roots. You spend more time plucking them and managing them than you do anything else. So the more planting you can do, and the more you can get ponds like this established and sorted out, you just really setting yourself up. There they are. Happy in there. They were spawning yesterday. and they're still spawning on the main lake just beyond here. We won't be able to see them now, but so yeah, a little bit insight into what we've been getting up to, working safely, and we can't wait to hopefully see an end to all this. There's not going to be an end to it, it's going to be a very slow process, but we'll all be fishing eventually. It won't be the same as before. I'm sure there'll be restrictions, there'll certainly be limits on amount of people, and certainly how we go about things. You can see all this road's been lovely, caringly done now. So yeah, lots going on. Fish, we've got some amazing drone footage to show you as well. Absolutely brilliant, some amazing. It was the average size of the fish on some of the drone footage is quite staggering really, but yeah, so credit to the lads down here. We're just helping them where we can. The water level's nice and high as well, and with all this rain, sort of blessing and a curse. 1 minute you're cursing it. We need to do a lot more swim work, as everyone does really. There's always plenty to do. Loads more swim work needs doing, loads of tree bits and pieces, pruning. It's, you know, it's you can just sit and do none of it, and then when you have a problem you wonder why, but you got to get on and be proactive and crack on really.